regular scheduled public meeting of the Zoning Board of Appeals of the Shreveport-Caddo Parish Metropolitan Planning Commission. For public hearing agenda items, if you wish to make public comments on an application, we have comment slips at the speaker stand next to the podium. For future notification purposes, it is very important that you fill out a slip and drop it in the box when you come forward to speak. Please state your full name, mailing address, and zip code before addressing the board. We will call each case on the agenda in order and hear first from the applicant and then those speaking in favor. 10 minutes are allotted for the principal spokesperson and 3 minutes for each additional speaker. We will then hear from those wishing to speak against an application. Again, 10 minutes are allotted for the principal spokesperson and 3 minutes for each additional speaker. One representative of the application may then speak in rebuttal if desired. After hearing comments on each case, the board will then immediately deliberate and vote on that case before moving on to the next case on our agenda. Please note that when the board is deliberating, members of the public are not permitted to comment. Any member of the public may request a copy of the board's decisions on a particular case by contacting our office at 318-673-6480 after 1 p.m. tomorrow, or by accessing our website at shreveportcaddompc.com. All ZBA board decisions on cases within the city limits of Shreveport are subject to appeal to district court. All ZBA decisions on parish cases are subject to appeal to the parish commission. Please note that it is your responsibility to contact either district court or the parish administrator's office about their procedures as related to the matter you are concerned with. Copies of this document and the phone numbers to contact the governing bodies are available on the table next to the podium and in the entryway to this room. As a courtesy, please remember to turn off all cell phones while the ZBA is in session. The Zoning Board of Appeals values your testimony and appreciates your compliance with these guidelines. What do we hear regarding the minutes of July 19th, 2017?
Move to approve.
Second. Motion by Mr. Cooper, second by Mr. Hendricks. Please vote. Motion carries unanimously. All right, our first case on today's agenda is case number BAP 30-17, 8200 block of Village Fair Drive. All right, just please state your full name and mailing address, and then tell us what you're here for.
Ron and Kim Johnson, 680 Lake Road.
A little closer to the microphone if you would.
Ron and Kim Johnson, 680 Lake Road, Wascom, Texas, 75692.
All right.
We have bought some property in Blanchard Road, or in Blanchard,
Village Fair.
Village Fair Drive.
Okay.
Where it's a mobile home community. The whole area is mobile homes.
Okay.
But it is zoned differently.
Okay.
So we're supposed to ask permission to put a double wide.
All right. Any questions for the Johnsons from the board? All right. Thank you very much. Anyone else wish to speak for case BAP 30-17? Anyone wish to speak against BAP 30-17?
There's pencils right there.
All right, what do we hear?
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Cooper, second by Dr. Stewart. Please vote. Motion carries unanimously. Tab 5 is case BAP 31-17, 8911 Blanchard Fur Road.
My name is Andrew Kasparik. My mailing address is 26438 Morgan Creek Lane, Katy, Texas, 77494, and I'm representing Verizon Wireless. We are proposing a new 250-foot self-support tower located at 8919 Blanchard Fur Road. All the properties in this area were zoned RA, so we selected this location because we felt it would impact the area the least. This location has a natural forestry buffer on multiple sides. There's also approximately 200 foot of forestry between the site and the nearest off-site residential property. Our same landowner owns the parcel directly to the west also of our location. We're asking for a variance for the tower height to the nearest off-site residential structure due to the height of the trees in the area, and also a variance for the landscaping requirements. The tower manufacturer has also provided a zero fall zone letter that the tower will collapse on itself in the rare event of a failure, so there is no chance of damage to the residential structures nearby. We are also permitting the mobile home and have been approved for a final plat of the property. And just to note, we have also added a hard surface parking area on our plans for the mobile home as well.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch your last name.
Kasparik?
Kasparik?
Yes, sir.
Can you spell it for me?
Kasparek.
Great, thanks very much.
No problem. And I'll answer any questions you guys have also.
All right, so you've addressed the one sticking point, I think, with the staff recommendation with the hard surface parking.
Yes, sir. We have to coordinate with the landowner. You know, we're limited to the access of our easements. We have to go a little bit outside and get his approval to go ahead and do the hard parking surface areas. And that was the reason for our original variance from it.
Okay. Any questions for Mr. Kasparik? Thank you for being thorough in all of your
No problem.
documentation. That helps us greatly.
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Anyone else wish to speak for
You can go ahead.
case BAP 31-17? Anyone wish to speak against BAP 31-17? What do we hear?
Second.
All right, so motion by Mr. Hendricks, second by Mr. Cooper, and I'll just restate what I believe he intends the motion to be, which is the staff recommendation of approval of the self-support cell tower setback variance, the existing double-wide mobile home, and a temporary waiver of the required landscaping contingent on the preservation of the existing mature vegetation. If the property owner decides to develop the surrounding site in the future, resulting in the removal of the trees, the applicant will be required to provide the required landscaping at the time of the development. This motion will also deny the variance request for a variance of the hard surface parking pad. But since the applicant has indicated that that is now included in their site plan, is that how we should approach that?
And basically, by stating it that way, as you'll notice in that stipulation, it also says we'll need an updated
Right.
site plan that shows the hard surface parking, and if they'll do that for us, then that'd be great.
All right. So, if there's no discussion, please vote. Motion carries unanimously. Tab 6 is case BAP 32-17, 11799 Mansfield Road.
Good afternoon. I'm Robert McBride with McBride Builders, and I'm here representing Zoe Interest. They're asking for a special exception use for a piece of property at 11799 Mansfield Road. It's currently zoned I-2, and they're wishing to open a daycare. Be happy to ask any questions or answer any questions for you. Oh, I'm sorry, my address, 906 Woodland View, Shreveport, Louisiana, 71106.
Thank you very much. And are you Have you read the staff recommendation?
Yes, I have.
And you understand that?
Yes.
Okay. All right, any questions from the board for Mr. McBride? Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Anyone else wish to speak for case BAP 3217? Anyone wish to speak against BAP 3217? What do we hear?
Move to approve with steps.
Second.
Motion by Dr. Stewart, second by Ms. Pearson to approve with the stipulations that a 6-foot to 8-foot solid screening fence be installed by the owner if development occurs on the property to the south, and that a site plan of record be submitted and approved administratively prior to the issuance of any permits. Please vote. Motion carries unanimously. Tab 7 is case BAC 59-17, 2905 Drexel Street.
I'm Jaime Puente. My address is 1401 Cross Lake Circle, Shreveport 71109.
All right, thank you, sir. Just briefly tell us what you are asking for today.
Trying to move a mobile home 16 by 80 to this lot.
All right, any questions from the board for Mr. Puente?
How many mobile homes are in the area presently?
About 2.
And just to confirm with staff and for the public knowledge, once this gets approved, this becomes non-conforming?
That would be correct.
So if this comes back, this neighborhood comes back and these vacant lots start getting built on, and mobile home ever goes away, it could not come back.
That is correct.
All right. Any comments or questions for Mr. Puente from the board? Thank you, sir. Anyone else wish to speak for BAC 59-17? Anyone wish to speak against BAC 59-17? What do we hear?
Move to approve as submitted.
Motion by Mr. Cooper, second by Mr. Hendricks to approve the application. Please vote. Motion carries unanimously. That brings us to the end of our public hearing. Mr. Sweeney, master plan implementation report.
Sure, the only thing I wanted to bring to y'all's attention is that the, as you know, the MPC of the Unified Development Code is proposed also for the Parish Commission. And the MPC board will be taking up their amendments to their proposed document at their September 6th meeting, at which time if the MPC then approves part of those amendments, they will still go on then to the Parish Commission for not only the adoption of the amendments, but the adoption of the entire code for the parish. We're anticipating and hopeful that will occur later in their, I think in their second meeting in September. More than likely, depending on the logistics, it means that the UDC would probably go into effect in the parish, assuming we stay on the same timeline, probably by the 1st of November. And so if that happens, then both the city and the parish will have their unified development codes, 99.5% exactly the same, but with a few variations. And so We've lived with two separate codes for many years, and we can again going forward, but this time the differences are so minimal that it'll make it much easier to be consistent across the board with both jurisdictions. So keeping our fingers crossed, everything gets approved by the parish later in September and goes into effect November 1st, then we will have accomplished two of the most important objectives of the master plan if that happens. So that's all I have.
Thank you very much. Any more staff reports? All right, well, I'd like to welcome Mary Beth. And we're saying goodbye to Holly.
Yes, sir.
Holly's moving on to another opportunity. And thank you very much for all your work you've done for us.
Appreciate it. I've enjoyed it. So.
Thank you very much. All right, any more comments? All right, we're adjourned.
Uh,